allure, on and off the beaten path, left naked and insecure, torn between the two folds of old soul and immature, in a state of chronic dysfunction which seems to have no cure. The blemishes and the flaws shine like they're pure, regardless of a symphony's allure. Be sure you check your sympathies at the door. Live from the unknown, pain emanating through the bones. I sit upon a throne of the same sticks and stones, thrown from the confines of a glass home, the collapse of which came with a meteoric tone, and echoed off every single mural that was whacked. Cracks appear, all that is visible turns to black, languishing in a realm of all the things I lack. And now it's got me smoking on that will to live pack. Fell onto the wrong track, bleeding and prone. The once vibrant collage is reduced to monochrome. The latest hope and dream becomes a dust collecting tome in a skeleton filled closet where lights never roamed. An epitome of failure circles the drain all alone. Just another two-bit hack letting out labored groans. Cast fame into the flames, stability's the goal. Need to find alternatives to being raked over coals. Composer in the Stygian, guarded in a nesting, hunched by a light. On parchment I am questing, marred in dark arts, carving through the settings. This is not suitable for barbecues and weddings. I walk out the black fog and rest my head on the obscure, at the outskirts of nowhere with a war to endure, on and off the beaten path, left naked and insecure, torn between the two folds of old soul and immature, in a state of chronic dysfunction which seems to have no cure. The blemishes and the flaws shine like they're pure, regardless of a symphony's allure. Be sure you check your sympathies at the door. One man's false god is another man's excuse for hatred. In defiled lands where only corruption stands sacred, putting up high walls and still feeling vagrant, whether begging on the streets or they really did make it. Rotten spectacles are fenced in and soured. Malignant dispositions have a penchant for power. Unquestioned answers over unanswered questions are a common constant as the preference for cowards in the infinite pain Olympics. Fire and ice showers, and every waking moment feels like the final hour. Flesh and blood is reduced to an ossified surface, while learning not to envy the ogle-eyed serpents who turn staying alive to a monetized service, but still stand to suffer as the bombs to ride circuits, while tap dancing through all the traumatized currents, with the arts doubling as a homicide deterrent. Living on poison ground where very little grows, surviving sudden death with a kaleidoscope of woes. Deferred revolution while being thrashed to and fro. When will the insurgent winds of change erode the status quo? Until then, we bottom out, yet it's all downhill from there. Every waking moment is a shrouded will in despair. Atrocities the guilds did, gilded in golden speech, rusted everything from the top to the bottommost reach. The elites fester, unfettered at the peak, corrupted down to the letter. The powers that A to Z, and it's not concrete whether I a rose or a weed, but there is a dire need to rise through the pavement. This is my thesis statement.